Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have 4 polishes for you from Living Dead Lacquer. This is their fall collection for this year. This will be releasing on September 2nd. I will link in the description box Living Dead Lacquer's site as well as their Instagram page and my Instagram page where there will be more on this collection. So like I said, 4 shimmery polishes and we will get into the swatches. Up first we have Apple Picking, and this is a bright fiery red with tiny iridescent flakies. So here's our first coat of Apple Picking. And this one goes on really nicely, has a really easy to work with formula, even coverage even though it is just a little bit sheer on the first coat. And these are jelly polishes, so they will take 3 coats to be completely opaque. Here's our second coat of Apple Picking. And this one does build up really nicely on the second coat, and most people would be able to wear this on 2 coats, but I'm just a little bit too picky for that, so I am going to go in for a third. So there's 2 coats, and here's our third coat of Apple Picking, and this one does cover completely in 3 coats for me. This one does dry down a little bit dull, so you will want a good top coat, and you do get a lot of those little micro flakies on your nail. So there's 3 coats. Up next we have Carving Pumpkins, and this is a bright pumpkin orange with those same tiny iridescent flakies. Here's our first coat of Carving Pumpkins. And this one is very sheer on the first coat, a lot more sheer than the last polish, but it does have that same even coverage. Again, these are jelly polishes, so they will need to be built up. So here's our second coat of Carving Pumpkins, and this one does deepen the color a little bit, but it doesn't do a whole lot more for the coverage. This one might be better layered over a white polish. So there's 2 coats, and here's our third coat of Carving Pumpkins. And I am going to stop here because you might make it to 5 or 6 coats before complete opacity on this. So there's 3 coats. Next up is Lost in a Corn Maze, and this is that bright sunshine yellow with those same iridescent flakies. Here's our first coat of Lost in a Corn Maze, and just like Carving Pumpkins, this is one that you might not be able to wear on its own, depending on your preferences. If nail line bothers you, you would either want a white base coat or a coordinating base color. So there's our first coat, and here's our second coat of Lost in a Corn Maze. Again, this one does have a really nice formula though. It does have nice even coverage, so putting it over a white base isn't an issue. This one also dries down a little bit dull, so again you will want a glossy top coat. And here's our third coat of Lost in a Corn Maze, and this is also where I'm going to stop, but I do feel like maybe one more coat of this would bring it fully opaque. So there's 3 coats. And last up we have Jumping in Leaf Piles, and this is kind of that pumpkin spice brown color with those same iridescent flakies. So here's our first coat of Jumping in Leaf Piles, and this one has much better coverage than the rest of the polishes in this collection. I would more consider this acrylic than a jelly. It's got that like squishy vibe to it, but it is very opaque. So there's our first coat, and here's our second coat of Jumping in Leaf Piles, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats. This one also dries down a little bit dull, so you will want a glossy top coat, but you do also get a lot of those little tiny micro flakies in here too. So there's 2 coats. So of this collection, I actually really liked Apple Picking. A beautiful, beautiful jelly formula, an absolutely gorgeous color, perfect for the fall time. And that's it for this collection. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it and if there's anything that stands out to you as always. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!